Hi everybody, David Dilling on behalf of Markzware here. This is a quick video for those who are using QXPMarkz, and particularly those that are used to using Q to ID from Markzware. The new process to convert QuarkXPress to Adobe InDesign is simpler than ever with the new QXPMarkz. Maybe the slight problem is there are 3 different options for converting QuarkXPress to Adobe InDesign with the new Markzware QXPMarkz. Q to ID will be slowly phased out. It's still available, certainly for Windows users. And by the way, the QXPMarkz for Windows is coming soon. If you want to be a beta tester for QXPMarkz for Windows, please send me an email on sales@markzware.com. The beauty of QXPMarkz, not only do you get a preview, which is free for anybody, of your Quark document, you can convert to a PDF. Many users are using it just for converting Quark documents to PDF without even having QuarkXPress or any other DTP applications. Yet others are using QXPMarkz to go to Affinity Publisher or Illustrator or many other options. So check it out. The QuarkXPress to Adobe InDesign has never been easier. Let's go check out the examples now. Okay, now I'm over here on my desktop. This is Big Sur, but it will work on lower OSs as well. Once again, see markzware.com/products/QXPMarkz for the full system requirements. It's a standalone application, and I have QXPMarkz down here with the rest of my Markz line. This the new line of Markzware products replacing our plugins and extensions. So QXPMarkz, we load up plugin. I want to say extension, but it's Quark. It was a plugin to InDesign, and Q to ID. There's still many users out there. So if you are a Q to ID user, get me out of the way here. You want to check out the scripts installer, which will say install instead of up to date or update, because you can also get updates if you have a new version of QXPMarkz. Then you can use QXPMarkz just like you would Q to ID within InDesign. And that's going to be one of the methods I'll show you on how to convert QuarkXPress documents to InDesign in a moment. And actually, maybe we'll start there, the first method to convert QuarkXPress files. Not my preferred method anymore, now that I've used QXPMarkz for many months. But this is the way, just like Q to ID, you convert QuarkXPress documents right into Adobe InDesign within InDesign. So if I'm going to go into InDesign 2021, I'm going to launch it up here. It'll take a few seconds. Alrighty, so there we go. See it popping open here. Q to ID worked up top in the Markzware menu item. And now that's gone. There's no Q to ID, but there's a new item, that script we just installed, and that's convert QuarkXPress document. So this is the first method on how you can convert QuarkXPress documents to Adobe InDesign with QXPMarkz. You launch InDesign 2020, 2021, doesn't matter. Convert QuarkXPress document. You choose a document, this one here. It will convert just like Q to ID right within Adobe InDesign, although you did see QXPMarkz pop up for a second. So it actually calls up the app, does the process, and then throws it back up into InDesign for you. And then we get it opened up here. We just skip the fonts. And we see this test file converts over 100% styles, text, colors, tables, you name it. Everything's converted just like Q to ID, even better in some cases. The engineers claim in many cases, technically speaking, so many things you won't notice, but there are going to be a lot of improvements to the conversion. So obviously the fonts are missing for me, so I won't do it. But I can go in there and I can edit text, whatever I need to do. So that's method 1, QuarkXPress Adobe InDesign with the scripts up top under the Markzware menu item, convert QuarkXPress document with QXPMarkz. Now the next method, I don't even need to be in InDesign. I don't even need to have InDesign on a machine, actually, the first part. But, of course, going QuarkXPress to InDesign, that's what we're after, so it's going to help. So method 2 is take a document and just drag and drop it onto the interface or onto the application. I'll do it the interface. It's more visual in this case. I drop it on there. We prepare a preview of the Quark document before actually allowing you to convert it. Now, let me get me out of the way here. Put me as like a little thumbnail in QXPMarkz. Now, what's neat where I am right now, if it's a multi-page document, you'll see another page 2, page 3, page 4 over here, and this is what you get. Now, I can actually show you that because I can actually take that test file we just had and drop it on QXPMarkz, wherever, doesn't matter where I drop it, and it'll open up a new tab. So this is very cool for like comparing Quark documents, like which version do I want to convert? In this case, it's not viable, but you see now where I'm sitting, you see all the thumbnails of a multi-page document. You can click on a thumbnail and go right to that page. And you can see the spreads, etc. So pretty amazing, right? And this is free. Preview QuarkXPress documents is totally free for anyone to download. The export and conversion is not. So now, number 2 method to convert a QuarkXPress document to InDesign is to click here, open in Adobe InDesign. And I click there. And I can check out all kind of file, more information if I want. Old Quark document, Quark 7. I just click open in InDesign, and voila, off it goes, opening my QuarkXPress document right up in Adobe InDesign for us. So now we got this entire file with all these advertisements, all those images just converted right on over. So pretty neat, huh? All right, so that's method 2. Now just make note, there's also many other, you can also convert to Affinity Publisher or Illustrator, etc. All right, so now I'm going to get out of those. The third method I'm going to highlight how to convert QuarkXPress to Adobe InDesign with QXPMarkz from Markzware is without the preview, just a simple, very fast and easy way to do it, and that's under convert to IDML. IDML, InDesign markup language, is the interchange format for Adobe InDesign files. IDML will open in CS4 of InDesign or higher right up to 2021. That's their file format. It's their internal file format for sharing files. So if you convert to IDML, that file will open in InDesign for you. So now if I open, I can actually go and select the Quark document. You see it tells us which version the Quark document is. So that's pretty neat. And I can take that document and I can click, take a slightly different one here, click convert. And now what you get in the original folder, you get the IDML file with the low-res previews for making the viewing of the file a lot better. And this IDML, like I said, will just open in InDesign. There you go. So now you get everything right up there in InDesign for you. So that's how you can, the third method of opening a QuarkXPress file via the file convert to IDML. You don't have a preview, so for heavy files, every once in a while a preview will cause a crash or cause it to be very sluggish. So if you cut out the preview part and just go convert to IDML, it's a great way to convert QuarkXPress files to InDesign. And sometimes you get bad QuarkXPress files. It's a great way to fix bad QuarkXPress files. Convert them right to IDML, boom, Quark document, very often fixed. Not always, but often. So by bypassing the previews and convert to IDML is a great little trick. So that's the third method. But there's actually a fourth method. A bonus method to convert QuarkXPress to Adobe InDesign, and that's under our preferences. Now this, under the automation part of the preferences, you'll see that it actually has to do with file open, which I already showed you that one method, drag and drop. It's basically the same as file open. On export, you can actually automatically, when you open a document, convert it to IDML. You can even save it to specific locations. You can suppress the enclosing subfolder if you like. So if you have multiple documents you want to convert, like 10, you can do a batch processing, which I have a video on. I'll put a description down below. And you can put all the preview images in one folder and have the IDML files loose from the enclosing folder. You can open a default application. You can tell where we want to go. You can show it in the Finder, etc. So then if we have that on, what happens is, you take a Quark file here, take a totally different one, and you drop it on, what you're going to see happen is it actually automatically exports the file for us, which we see right here. You get all the images, and everything just converts that easily. Also, like I mentioned in the intro, you can go to export here, click that, and you can also go to IDML, and you can even do more slightly automated things, like open in automatically in a specific version of InDesign or a specific version of Affinity Publisher. You can convert PDF. So I can take this Quark document, I click export to PDF, and now it's actually going to take this PDF file and it's going to take this QuarkXPress document and create a PDF from it. Very handy. A customer in Germany just using it to make previews of all their Quark files in PDF so that people without Quark or InDesign can preview, well, do we want to work with this file in the first place anyway? The PDF. Of course, I don't have the font, so it's going to convert a little bit oddball here and there, but pretty neat, isn't it? Huh? So, and there's much more like exporting text stories as RTF, HTML, individual pages as TIFFs. I can even go as far as taking these thumbnails here, right-clicking, and do export as, so I can like save as a ping and use it in my social media for Facebook or Twitter, or I can do like a share. I can copy the preview and paste it into Keynote or PowerPoint or Photoshop, whatever. But I can airdrop an image right from here, boom, right over to my mobile phone. You can take a file here and the thumbnails, for instance, if I want to take a thumbnail and actually tweet that out, I can do share. And I can now tweet this to all my Twitter followers. We hit tweet. And off it goes. Oh, on that note, you can follow Markzware over on Twitter at Markzware. And now if we scroll down here, there's a last video we did. Pretty cool if you're InDesign user, this video. But now we see here's our last tweet. So we get a full preview of that file we just had on our desktop. Boom, out and share with social media. So you can also repurpose your content in a very quick and easy way. So QXPMarkz is a lot more than just Quark to InDesign. And if you share this video on Twitter, tag Markzware at Markzware, and we'll get you a surprise. How does that sound? Fantastic day. If you need more information on QXPMarkz, cruise over to our webpage at www.markzware.com/products/QXPMarkz. All right, buddy. Have a great and very productive day. Take care.